right, I'm working on my 98 GT, and something to learn from stupidity is a lot of times, like on this car I got 315s, and even though I went and reversed the shock and did some stuff, there's not enough space, so I went and bought a 1/2-inch spacer. The problem with these spacers is if you look, you start to gouge your lug nuts because these are not setting in far enough, and that can become a problem. So you should never use these spacers, never. And the other thing is, say you get a flat tire and you go to like a discount tire or something, they're going to refuse to put your tires on. So what sucks is then I had to literally, because these 315s rub, I literally have to pull across the street right after I get a tire fixed, because they refuse to put these on, and fix this, put these back on so the tires aren't rubbing, and you can see where they rub and stuff like that. So the correct way to do this is, and let's also be honest, this spacing isn't enough to make the tires look cool. The tires don't hang out, and really, if you're going to do this, you want the tires hanging out. You're going to have 315s. So the spacers you should buy are spacers like this. These aren't aluminum, these are steel. They're a lot cheaper. They're around $40 to get steel ones. Morning. And this is technically what you should buy. And these are like $15 for a pair of them, so you get what you pay for. So I'm going to go ahead and install the correct spacers on this car. Again, these are about 40 bucks. That's CJ Pony. And you want to get the aluminum ones that are a lot lighter. These actually don't feel too heavy. You can get spend the $70. So get the billet style ones. The other thing too is they're cheaper when they're not painted. This isn't painted, so obviously these will start to rust. But I really didn't care. I just bought the $40 ones. This car isn't a fast car, being a 98, so I really didn't care to you know, spend the extra money. So when you put these in, you do want to torque them down to about 125. So we're going to see how these go, and I'm afraid I've done damage. One of the things that really prompted me to get these was the fact that some of these were not even seating right anymore. They were barely grabbing, and that's dangerous. That means the tire could come off, and you don't want that. So again, these are the correct type of spacers, because that way they're solid and you're not compromising your lug nuts with a spacer like this where they're not really grabbing enough. And with the big tire, you really don't want these. So again, learn from my mistake. Don't buy these. They're a waste of money and they're a waste of time. Lug nuts. I had to go out and spend 30 bucks to buy new lug nuts. These are trash from using the spacer. So again, would have been cheaper never to buy those spacers and have bought the correct ones in the first place.